Good morning. Today we are back again with our new session on learning C programming language with Vectors book. So last time we covered standard input and standard output, a little bit more about shell. So today first we will revise what we have learned in the previous section. So what we saw in the previous section, how can we redirect the input from standard input and read into our file and read into our program and redirect our output from our program to standard output and then from standard output to any other file or anything else, whatever we want. So let's start with inputting the standard IO header file. Then we will create our main function. So in main function first, let's create a char array of characters, first name 100 and the char last name which is also 100. So then we will let user enter the first name and last name. So scanf. Scanf basically reads from the standard input. So first he will read the first he will input the give first name, then we will give a space, then he will enter the last name. And we will pass the first array of characters to F name and then second array of characters to last name. And then we can print this output. But rather than printing this to standard output, first let's try to print it to standard output. So what we can do is printf, or we can directly use printf. But what is the difference between fprintf and printf? Fprintf takes a uh, standard output as one parameter. It tells us where we can write our output, and then we can print whatever we want to. So my name is percentage, and then first name. This is our program, and then we can compile it. This is test. So if we run this program, so first if we enter our first name, let's say poor coders, then what it will do is it will type my name is poor coders. Now what we can do, let's say we have created a file where our name is present. So name, let's create a name file, and in name file we will write our name coder poor. So now we will save this file. And what we can do is rather than taking the input from the standard input, we can take the input directly from this file. And how can we do that? By using the less than sign and mentioning the file where we want to read the input from. And we can mention the name of the file. It will see. Now it prints the my name is coder because it reads the coder input from this file. Also, what we can do here is if you print the name has only first name and the last name. This my name is not present. We can redirect this also with the help of greater than sign and redirect from standard output to wherever we want. Let's assume we want to redirect this output to a new file, sentence. Okay. Now if we cat sentence, so in sentence output. This is our output. This is what we studied in the last section, in the previous section. Now let's move further. So we were trying to create small tools, and each tool will do its own work. One of the great things about writing small tools is their flexibility. We wrote a Geo2JSON tool and help it displaying the normal CSV data from a CSV format, pass the data to a JSON, To see how flexible our tool is, let's use a completely different problem. Instead of displaying the data on the map, so it is trying to do some with the latitude and longitude. Do not change that. Now, let's assume they are saying we need to do something else. Say you want to read a whole set of GPS data like before, but instead of just displaying everything, let's just display the information that falls inside the Bermuda Triangle. Now they are saying that if we want to do this task, we don't want to update the Geo2JSON tool, we will create a new tool because it can make our Geo2JSON tool more and more complex. To make the program something more complex, you will have a problem for your users who expect the tool to be working in exactly the same way. You don't want to change the Geo2JSON tool, what you should do. Small tools like Geo2JSON all follow the design principle. They can read data from the standard input. They can display output to the standard output. They deal with text data rather than obscure binary formats. They each perform one simple task. So it is clear. A different task needs a different tool. Now, if we want to skip over the data that falls outside the Bermuda rectangle, we should build a separate tool that just does just that. So we will have two tools, a Bermuda tool that filters out that data that is outside the Bermuda rectangle, and then original Geo2JSON tool that will convert the remaining data to the map. So now we are going to create a tool, Bermuda, which will help us to filter the data that is outside the Bermuda rectangle. Okay, but I don't need to highlight it. So what we will do, we will feed our data into Bermuda triangle. It will basically filter out the data that we will that falls inside. We will only pass the data to the only path that is inside the Bermuda rectangle, and then um, we will pass the data to Geo. Exactly. Okay. So so we will use piping here. You can see pipe as we have also seen in many programming languages. For example, we want to do cat test.c and then we can type it to the word from dash m. It will print 26 lines. So we are piping. We are printing all the lines from here and then we are counting the words. So this is pipe. So output from one program is being passed as input to the other program in order to process it. And this is what they are explaining here. The pipe symbol is that connects the standard output of one process to the standard input of another process. This is the basics of Unix programming. So we have to use this pipe so that we can, and this is the pipe here. So what it will do is we can just read the data from the whatever input we want to read the data from. Then we can process the data from Bermuda and then pipe it to the our Geo2JSON. Similarly, it is shown there Bermuda pipe Geo2JSON. Okay. So this is the pseudo code. Let's try. If latitude is greater than 26 and latitude is greater than 34, if longitude is greater than minus 76 and this is the code for single file. So it doesn't matter. So rather than doing this program, we can do anything else if we want. Okay, so for example, let's try to think I want something. So what we can do here is we are taking input from the user. For example, his first name and last name, and this first name and we can pass it new to some yes. Can okay. So here is a name person. And now name dot c, we are reading the name person will ask this whole string to the other output and count the number of characters that are present there. That is fine. So we will do it at character and here we will include print email. Okay. So here now what we are going to do, we are going to use scanf. So let's first calculate You can create a horizontal character match all the 200 characters around. So, and then we can do scanner and percent yes, and then we can read it to max. So now max has been uh, all the content whatever being written on the random input into the max variable. And now what we can do is we can do the first input, first value first is going to size is going to be table content. What we can do here is count on this and then first um, we can put that from length of input is the I don't stop. I don't think this is a very safe code, but let's try it out. So this is this is then we are going to use a file name LC then to yeah, going to this is fine. This works fine. Now what we can do is we have other tools also. S name version. So GCC dot C that is the name. So now we can create a we have name and we have calcium. We create our test. We can do a folder. We will write it. Now what we can do is so we have our program name and we can input test. Yes. So we have our name here and we can take the input from text and it exactly brings up our name string folder and we can write this input from the string folder to our calc program. The length of input string is 2. So we are doing we were reading from standard input. Yes. String program. Yes. I think let's check this code. is fine. So they are also ready from. Ah, got it, got it, got it. Push to this two. I think we only pass this. Two. And what I'm telling about the how much you can maintain you that what's that so there is something around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is not considering the space. Yeah, got it. So that's the problem because the space for also it is not calculating. Yeah, it is clear. Uh, uh, clear with it. So uh, my name is 1, 2, 3. So there could be any person below. So we are not sure about what will be the proposal. So but we have each one to go to each one. And look at on the internet spaces. Uh, okay, so it excluding background. Yeah. By using this, we are telling the while writing a string, the time we enter cannot take only string up to that enter. All things as an input except new line. Okay, okay. So this is what we want. This is what we want. Rather than using percentage, we can use percent. So excluding. This is a regular expression. Excluding fractional term, we want everything. And rather than everything, we will want. Uh, now, is it correct? We can put it over out of percent 29 percent. And so, simple. Let's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yes, now understand. So if we want to read spaces, tabs, anything else except the newline, we can use it like this. Okay. So we are correct about it. Now let's try to run our code. So first we will exclude name and read name from our test file and then type it to cap. The length of input is 43. So let's print run test and we can use the script that can 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 23, we are correct. 24, it also includes the backslash 24. So our program is correct. So now we saw how we can read, process some sort of text from one program and then pass the input to the other program to process it. So whatever being is into standard input, we can pipe it whether it's being written to, for example, we can also enter hello world and then type it into our other program without also issue standard output. Type it to our program and 93, 20, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? Without the Python. Now let's move forward to the next section. So here there are some questions. We can note it down. Why is it important that small tools use the standard output and standard output? Because it makes it easier to connect the tools with pipes. Pipes are a very good feature. Basically, what we understand by pipe, it takes the it takes value from the standard input and pipe it to the standard output. Um, Small tools usually do the problem. It is a basic philosophy of Unix also. So what we saw in our here, for example, if I am doing hello world, I can pass it to other program and it will count the characters. Exactly. So that's why. So also what we can do is, for example, I don't want to include the uh, space. So for example, if hello world, then I want to print only first one. So we can use all print only print the first one. It prints hello. Print second. It prints world. So for example, we are using ls-l, and I want to print the permissions of the file. What we can do ls-l, then awk, or only the name of the file awk print. We want to print the permissions and the name of the file 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will print, but sorry, I don't include space. So here you can see only the permissions and only the name of the file. So this is a very important thing which we can consider, which is a philosophy which is also been followed by the startup. And we also, as a programming computer programmers, we have to keep this in our mind also. Okay. Small tools do not solve a problem, entire problem on their own. So we have to create small tools that solve each of the problem, then pipe it them to solve a bigger problem. The exact details depending on might be made from sections of memory or temporary files. The important thing is that they accept data domain and set the data to process. So two programs are piped together. Does the first program have to finish running before the second program can start? No. Both the programs will run at the same time as is produced by the first program. It can be consumed by the second program. It's a very important point because I didn't know. Now, it's the most open format. If a small tools use the text, it means that any programmer can easily read and understand the output just by using the text. Primary formats are normally obscure and can I connect several programs together to pipe? Yes, such that a pipe between the program name and series of connected processes is called pipeline. If several processes are connected together with pipes, then I use greater than or less than to redirect the standard input and output, which process will have the input and output redirected. So the less than sign will send files content to the first process and pipeline. The greater than will capture the standard output from the last process in the pipeline. These are pipeline, first process in the pipeline and the last process in the pipeline. We can also try it in our code. Okay. So yes. So we have our data in test stream product. So what we can do is we can run our program name and read the input from the text and pipe it to cal, and then rather than take the output to the as standard output, we can redirect it to, for example, an out. Now it's given. Now if we get out and comment clear, and we can also test it with cal test for okay, for some weird cat test cal, and if we do uh, it takes the input and string for it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think our output is correct, but why is this incorrect? I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. It is printing out the output of this class. So what we have to do is name text, then let me see dash 24. So that's why was okay. So we will put that 3, 4, 5 out. The parenthesis will make sure that the data file is equal to and this is very necessary. Parenthesis. Now it is the next most important feature. But what if we want to output more than one file? So currently what we are doing, we are reading from standard input, and rather than printing out the standard output, we are using the redirection to print out to some other file, for example, something else. But what it is saying now, rather than input into a single file, what if we want to output more than one file? Imagine you can create another tool that will read a set of data from a file and then split it into other files. Right? UFO.csv, disappearance.csv, other stuff. So you can write into files, right? Trouble is with redirection, you can only write to only two files at most, one from standard output and one from standard error. So what do you do now? This is important that from only redirection, we can also write to two files. Redirection. So we have to understand now what we can do. So we have to create our own data streams. When a program runs, the operating system gives it three file data streams: the standard input data stream, output data stream, and error data stream. So it is called data stream. Usually called. These are called data streams. But sometimes we need to create data streams on the fly. As we have seen that we have to create multiple data streams. The good thing is that operating system does not limit it to 1010. We can create our own data stream. Each data stream is represented by a pointer to a file, and you can create a new data stream using uh, open function. Okay. So these are data streams: standard input, standard output, standard error. These are data streams, and we can create our own data stream because a data stream is a pointer to a file. This is very important. Pointer to a file. So file. This will create a data stream to read from a file. So it is a file pointed to a. This will create a data stream to read from that file, and you have to mention the name of the file. The file represents a data stream, and input that txt. We will read from this file, and this is the mode. We have only open read mode. We have output the txt, input the txt. Okay. A open function takes two parameters: file name and a mode. The mode which we are trying to tell is that whether we want to write to a file or whether we want to read to a file or whether we want to print a file. Once you have created a data stream, you can print it using a printf. Exactly a printf, but earlier what we are passing the data stream here was std out. So std out is a data stream, but now I'm passing the file. And fscanf rather than using scanf, now we will use fscanf, and we can use in file here maybe. Then finally, when you have finished your data stream, you need to close it. Close it file. So rather than reading that program, what we can do is we can work from our own. So what we were working on. Okay. So first we will create a file. Let's say data. And in data, what we can do is similarly what we are doing earlier. Stream folder. Okay. Let's right. Okay. So and we will create a file as a cat out. So here are two files of cat data. Data has some data which we want to input. So what I can do rather data, I will write it in and we data. Okay. So cat input has some input and cat out has some output, which is output. Okay. And now I will create a new file in Teamworks. Okay. And as expected, first we will import SPCIO.h. Then okay. Now what we will do is we will create a file pointer. Have I used file pointer? Yes. It will be file pointer, which is a pointer to in file, and after we will mention the name of the file, whatever which is our thing. And so out.txt, and we will mention there the mode, and our mode was reading mode. Then we will create a file pointer out file, and we will run out.txt, and we will mention right here. Right? Now we will want to perform some sort of operation. So first we have, now we want to read our, so we will create a element here, dn 200 size. Okay, that is fine. Now what we can do is fscanf. So we will pass it the login password using send. We have to pass it in file where we want to read from. And what we want to read from, we want to read is we want to read from some 199 pixels, but student who is still left at that, and then we will tell it where do we want to read. Okay. Once it is that, we then the filter goes, we will take our from and we will take our character pointer. First equal to length, then we have while value at first is not equal to backslash 0, then point breakpoint. We will count plus first. And also first count of, then once they are reached, now we can bring that first and output. Right. What we want to do is my length of input string is the format. This is all good. Now what we can do is let's try to run this code. DCC we will first put this code and space install and cat out of PHP. The length of this code and that PHP. Okay. So it is correct. We have seen that how can we use the input stream and output stream to calculate the values. So this is how we achieve it. So they are also the most important thing, most important, most important. F flows inside, F flows outside. So, this is the result. So we have to treat closure streams. Most important in the program, but it is still a good idea to always. Because sometimes if we are writing long programs, if we forgot to close our stream, that can cause memory leakage. How many data streams can I have? Very good question. It depends upon the operating system, but usually a process can have 256 data streams. Close them when you are done using them. What is file in uppercase? File is used to be defined quickly and using the macro. Macros are usually given uppercase and usually are about macros later on. So there's a very good concept. I have only heard about the term macro, but I'm not aware about it. We will definitely read it. Okay. So here is our phone. The program runs, but if you compile and run the program will read the spooky.csv file and split up the data line by line into three other files. That's great. But what if we user want to split up the data differently? What if we want to search for different or should write to different files without needing to recompile the program? So what is trying to show? Command line option. So currently we are directly passing the taking the file stream and for example I'm trying to pass the out file and what it wants me to do is we can what it is trying to tell me is to delete the name of the file from the user and write to that specific file. And this out file is automatically registered. So this is how we want to run our code. Categorize mermaid.csv, industrial.csv, and the rest.csv. So here comes the concept of argc and arg. So it is pointed to a character. So this is basically what pointed to a character, an array of pointed to characters, so array of string. What is this? This is an array of string. Okay, array of string. So one string, two string, three string, four string. RC will basically meant the count. The main function can read the command line automation array of string. Actually, of course, because it does not have strict built-ins like this, it is an array of character pointers. Exactly. This is argv0, argv1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly. Okay. Right. Like any array in C, you will need some way of knowing how long the array is, and array argc will give us that value. Okay, let's see how you can add a little flexibility to categorize the program. So we don't read the from here. What we can do here is rather than taking this out.txt, what we will do here is we will use int argc and we can use character pointer to rb. Okay, so if argc is greater than 1, or less than 1, less than 2, so what we see, we will print it out, something will print out printer, and the out, or we can put directly puts the out file name, that's better, and we will return. So this is fine. So, and we will return. Okay. Exactly. So let's try to now see the program. So what we will do is gcc and enter the out file. So it is inside that file. Now, if it is passing now, so what we can do is tab, which is file name equal to arg and here we will use that file value of file. Passing argument of open makes pointer from integer without a class pointer from integer argv1 and argv1 is basically a string. So either this can R R file we are passing. But rather than using the pointer to file name, because pointer to file name will print the first character. We are not using pointer to file name, we are directly using string. So this is my mistake. VCC std means str. So now if I go to str, it will tell me to for 3 comment. So file output.txt. I think we are going to now add output.txt in the line. So we are taking arguments directly from the user. This is the effect of functionality. So now we understand this RP1. So it directly passes the RP1, but we are not. str concatenate this thing. Okay, fine. Whatever they are doing, we have also done already done that. We are able to safety check. Let's try to read it. Although at head first lab we never make mistakes, it's important in real world program to check for problems when you open a file for reading or writing. Fortunately, if there is a problem opening your data stream, app focus will return the value. That means you want to check for errors. You should change code like this. Okay, file input to this, file input. Oh, amazing. So they are trying to show that what whenever you are install and then if while reading in file, it will be output. Then we will write a standard error. And what we will do, because for example, if the file is not present there, so what it will open? So, because we are reading the file. So, rm the first step, what will happen whenever first photo. Now, in dot c output. Now it will start to impact. Very, very important. To check if we are able to open the checklist, it returns 0. That's why we are able to. It is then the function will return 0 value and 0 value. So here we are taking the 0 value and making it a not, that means 1. And if 1, it is true. Over here at the head first area. Now, currently, what we chances are that any program you write is going to need options. If you create a chat program, it is going to need preferences. If you write a game, the user will want to change the shape of blood spots, and if you are writing a command line tool, you are probably going to need a command line option. So this is the sort of command line option we are talking about. For example, in different bash utilities, for example, PS, they use this command line option dash f on display the end of the file, or graph r recursive rm dash r recursive. So now they are trying to ask us how can we do this in our own program. So here they have, I think, given us some sort of library. Many programs use command line options, so there is a special library function you can use to make dealing with them a little easier. It's called get option, and each time you call it, run the next option find in the command line. Get option. Okay. So let's see how it works. Imagine you have a program that can take a set of different options. This program needs one option that will take a value dash e engines. So here we are able to see that in A, it shows that A is required, E is accepted, but E is mandatory because colon is there. Opt-R will give us the value of that current argument, the value, options of that value. For example, 4 or Brazilian, Tokyo, London, this will give us the value of these. And argc, we are decrementing the argc by 1. Option opt and stores the number of strings read from the command line options to get past the option. So we are decrementing it by opt and so the number of strings read from the command line. Read from the command line. Okay, so for example, we have here read one string. So argc will decrement 1. Okay, so now we have read 1, 2, 3. So argc will get decremented by 3, and argv we want to increase by opt-in. Okay, just to pass the option. We have read this, we have read this, we have this. Okay. Inside the loop, you have a switch statement to handle each of the valid options. The string AE tells the get out function that A and E are valid options. These are the function. It is an mandatory. Point get option will point to the argument with the opt arg variable. While the loop finishes, you tweak the RV and RC variables to skip past all the options and get the main command line arguments. This will make your RV variable look like this. RV0, RV1, RV2. Okay, and awesome. So these are not of for A option. Okay, okay. So let's try to understand. So it has written some code here. Delivery, pointer to string annotation, X0.0, RCRP, and then TT, equivalent T is mandatory. Delivery equal to option R, is option R, and default standard operating option R. I put it as one program. Colon T is followed by a colon because it takes an argument. will point the delivery variable to the argument supplied with the D option. And let's remember in C setting something to 1 is equal to setting it to 2. Right. Ingredients and ingredients and coding. Okay, so if we pass and coding, we print all delivery now to be delivered now. Okay, and coding time. Okay. So before using multiple characters, use an example. So before going on next, let's try to make it rather than what we are trying to do. So let's try to do something else. So we have our streams str. Let's open the streams again. So we have our streams input, and so what we can do here is rather than what we are doing here is we are printing to a file, and or what we can do is we are printing to a standard output. Okay, so what we can do here is what I'm thinking about to implement here is uh, let's create an input.php and input the name in store. So when we run our program here and output.txt, so it prints sorry, we pass it in.txt. Now put up make it reduce and file is created. So we will run SQL and we will pass it output.txt and we will get output.txt. So it will print it there. But rather than using the output.txt directly, if I'm going to use string, so it will show an error. But what I want to do is if I'm using directly string, it directly comes to standard input. If I'm using like this strf, then output.txt, it will print to a file. Okay, so currently okay, let me remove output.txt. So we will try to achieve this in our code. So where first add into you was the header here. I think name of the header is UNO studio. Okay. Now here we are. We at least we don't need to stop. I'll see. Okay. Now what we can do is we can use while character equals to get options get to p, and we can pass it rc rp, and then we have to pass the parameters which we require, and we need only f, which is not mandatory. Okay, so now we can do Yes, so we are not doing and that is yes, yes, that yes, yes, first is yes, yes, then we can PPT file and No, I was using space between now and to wait for time. SDR. Now in file looking like number eight you can invert it. And we are going to print cap in the tools. So it is fine. So must why I'm not going to click on that part. We have file name. So here file name complete. I've scanned it to file just print outside. scan part, we will need here, click on the file, then file of it. I have to load that. And then if filing then have length of input images or something. Filing outside output that. And below something and output what we are trying to do is we are running this screenshots as we are trying to get in filing if we can put it out yes. Uh, flag so alt we will ask you to put into following the program of narrative papers. Related to the panel element drivers in the papers. Report mandatory. Is not mandatory. We are passing. Dash boom or panel. It was a paper of colon. So dash boom colon. The link that we open which argument. Oh, okay. Which one argument? Okay. Which one argument? I still which one argument? That's what which one argument. What capacity? Can you interest flag? But why? So we have to pass 4,000. But if we can pass it, don't be too. That's what you don't jump. It is not so that items. R3 and political options would be like you find and the plan about I have to explore this option again. So only then we can try it out. So give me some time. In the next one, I will try to figure the solution of this problem with the help of Google or something like ChatGPT, and then we will discuss this in the next one. Thank you. Thanks a lot for bearing with me.